Today's story is like coffee, rich and bitter. See how Old Black temporarily babysits Danny. He tells Danny they both possess a mysterious skill, like a secret power. Old Black's grandma named it Shining, letting them see the future and spicy past flashbacks. After Old Black's revelations, Danny understands why she sees strange scenes. Who can resist such mental prowess? Danny asks Old Black curiously about room 237's specialty. She senses Old Black feels guilty about it. Old Black replies there's nothing inside but warns her not to enter, as if something waits secretly. Just like that, a month whizzes by. The Jack family is living like fish in water. Wendy takes care of the home front, while Danny joyfully frolics about the hotel. Jack seeks writing inspiration by playing ball in the lobby daily, like a dream-chasing athlete, enjoying life with his family. One day, Wendy plays in the hotel maze with Danny, while Jack is lost in his maze model. Jack spots the mother-daughter duo from the lobby, and oddly enough, he shows no surprise. Instead, he sports a strange grin. Ha! Unaware of his quiet change, Jack. While Wendy prepares dinner in the kitchen, Danny joyfully rides her car in the hotel when room 237 suddenly appears in front of her. Despite Old Black's warnings, Danny's curiosity drives her to check out the room. At the moment she reaches for the doorknob, she discovers it's already locked. Then a brief flash of the twins' figures makes her abandon the idea of going in. Meanwhile, Jack sits in the lobby, focusing on his typewriter, while Wendy calls him to dinner. Oddly enough, when Wendy walks in, Jack quickly removes the paper from the typewriter as if to say, "Don't touch my literary masterpiece." Wendy casually asks how the writing is going, but Jack suddenly gets irritated, complaining that her arrival broke his creative flow. He hopes next time. Helplessly, Wendy slinks away. A few days later, it starts to snow heavily outside, and mother and daughter start a snowball fight. While at the hotel, Jack's mysterious gaze is fixated on them, as if he's about to turn them into snowflakes at any moment. Suddenly, Wendy notices that no matter what she does, she can't get the hotel phone to work. With no other option, she resorts to the radio to contact the police. Luckily, the police below answer quickly. When Wendy asks about the phone issue, the officer says snow may have damaged the lines, fixed only next spring. At this moment, Danny on her tricycle runs into the twins again. Oddly enough, this time the twins greet her and invite her to join in their fun. Danny realizes that the twins in front of her are actually no longer of this world. Terrified, she covers her eyes. When she opens them again, everything seems normal, as if it was just a dream. The next day, Danny enters the room for toys and finds her father sitting vacantly on the bed. Despite being careful, he still notices her. Danny asks Dad if he likes the hotel. Jack replies he loves it and hopes to stay forever. She then asks, "Dad, you won't hurt Mom and me?" Jack assures, "I love you, Danny, more than anything." Jack swears that the whole world wouldn't do anything to hurt her never. But what Jack doesn't know is that his expression is starting to get stranger and stranger. Never that word seems to take on a weird. Playing in the hallway, Danny sees a ball roll in front of her. She looks up and finds it empty. Anna's first reaction is to think it's her mom playing hide and seek with her, so she curiously walks over. But walking, she notices room 237's door wide open. Thinking her mom's inside, Danny walks in without hesitation. Meanwhile, Wendy checks equipment in the basement and hears a scream. Alarmed, she rushes out, abandoning her work. In the lobby, it's just Jack having a nightmare. Jack wakes up, claiming he dreamt he killed both Wendy and Danny and even chopped them into pieces. Wendy's heart races as she hears. Just then, Danny from room 237 slowly walks into the lobby. Wendy approaches and notices her silence and a mark on her neck. Danny seems to have experienced something terrifying in room 237. Unaware, Wendy instantly suspects Jack. To be fair, Jack has hurt Danny before, so Wendy naturally blames him for this. Since only the family's in this hotel, Wendy leaves with Danny without waiting for Jack. At this moment, Wendy thinks about numbing herself with alcohol, but she seems to have forgotten her promise to her wife that she'd quit drink. She heads to the hotel banquet hall, but when she reaches the bar, she finds that all the drinks were cleared out long ago when the hotel closed. She yearns for a drink, regardless of the price. Precisely when Jack opens his eyes, a bartender suddenly appears before her. Oddly enough, she isn't surprised. In fact, upon seeing him, she calls out his name. The bartender accurately calls Jack by name, like old friends reuniting. Then Jack tells him about his troubles. At this moment, Wendy approaches, but as she steps closer, the bartender disappears, leaving her with endless questions. Danny saw a woman choking her in the bathtub of room 237. Wendy feels alarmed. This is a big problem. Wendy rushes back to room 237, where she sees a woman with a pixelated body sitting in the tub. Jack, seeing this, instantly sports a Lou grin. As the topless woman slowly approaches Jack, he confidently strides forward as if he's been electrified. Next, Jack realizes the beautiful woman has suddenly morphed into a terrifying skeleton. This frightens Jack, making him stumble back. Meanwhile, Danny foresees a dramatic scene. She uses her shining to signal Old Black for help. Old Black immediately calls the hotel.